Let's take a look at the homework number 17 topics, starting with translating a figure graphically. When you translate a figure, you slide it either left or right along the x-axis or up or down along the y-axis. So if we're going to translate 4 units to the left, that means all 4 of these points need to move 4 spaces or 4 corners to the left on the x-axis, and then 6 units up on the right axis, on the y-axis. So you're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 units left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units up. Each of these points you'll start at the original, you'll move 4 left, and 6 up. Once you're done, submit your answer. For the second topic, you're going to identify the translation after it's already drawn. Pay attention to where you are mapping. So we're going to start with figure F, which is blue, and we're going to translate to figure G, which is green. So pick any one point. I'm going to pick this top one here in the corner, and I'm going to map it up and over till I get there. So let's take a look here. From that point, we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units left. So 6 left, 6 units, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up. So again, I'm going to select left, 6 units, and up 5 units. We'll give it a try, and if it maps correctly, it will let you click submit. That's it. The third topic is translating a point without using the grid, just using the mathematical rule for a translation 3 units up and 3 units to the right and 1 unit up. So when we do that, mathematically, we alter each of these points by performing the sign for this direction. Right is in the positive direction, and up is in the positive direction. So our new point will be 6, negative 4. So we'll type that in the boxes here, and then we'll click submit. Again, pay attention to the directions in which they're asking you to move. So this one requires a translation left 4 units, and then up 2 units. So left is in the negative direction, up is in the positive direction, and our new point will be negative 5, negative 5. All right, let's take a look at the next topic on reflecting over an axis. So this one they're going to ask you to graph the new point called C prime. So the original point C is 3 units above the x-axis, and they want you to reflect it over. So instead of being 3 units above the x-axis, you'll be 3 units below the x-axis. They want both the original coordinates, which were negative 6 and 3, and the new prime coordinate, which will still be negative 6, but it changes the y sign to negative 3. When a point is reflected over the x-axis, the y coordinate changes signs. Let's try one more. This one asks us to reflect over the x-axis again. So instead of being 2 units below the axis, we're going to be 2 units above the axis. So the original point was negative 1, negative 2. The new point will be negative 1, positive 2, because when you reflect over the x-axis, you change the sign of the y value. The fifth topic will ask you to perform those reflections without giving you a coordinate grid. So the point that we have as we begin is 4, 2. Then it asks us to reflect it over the x-axis to create point R prime. When you reflect over the x-axis, you change the sign of the y value. That will give us 4, negative 2. Then we're going to take R prime and reflect it over the y-axis to create our double prime. And when you reflect over the y-axis, you change the x-coordinate. This is the ordered pair for our double prime. -4, -2. Read the directions carefully and perform them in the order in which they are written. Let's take a look one more time. The first point is E. Its coordinates are 3, -5. E is being reflected over the y-axis to create E prime. When we reflect over the y-axis, we change the sign of the x-coordinate. Now E prime is going to be reflected over the x-axis to create E double prime. And when you reflect over the x-axis, you change the y-coordinate. These are the points for E double prime. Type them in the boxes here to the left. All right, let's take a look at reflecting a figure over a line that is not an x or y axis. You'll notice in this problem, the line of symmetry is this blue line here, not the axis, not this number line axis here. So when we're reflecting over a different line of symmetry, you have to be sure to count from this line to the right or to the left, not from the number line. So this first point here is 2 units to the right of the number line, 2 units right of the axis of symmetry, so we're going to move it 2 units left. This one is 3 units to the right, this one will be 3 units to the left. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the right, this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the left. Submit your answer and watch the transformation. All right, let's take a look at another problem. This time we're reflecting over this blue line called y equals -1, and we're going to move all 4 of these points, all 5 of these points, the same unit of distance from the blue line. So 3 units down from the blue, 1, 2, 3 units up. 3 units down, 3 units up. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units down from the blue unit, from the blue line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units up. 6 units down, 6 units up, and 6 units down, 6 units up. Hit submit and watch the transformation. All right, for this last topic, you need to identify the transformation that's already shown. Now pay attention to which figure you're starting with. We're starting with figure J, which is green. And figure J is the result of figure I. So that means figure I in blue was the original. So this one is the original, and we want to figure out how it got to the green figure. So how did the blue figure get to the green figure? Well, you'll notice this pointy point, this on the right, is now facing in a different direction. So that's a change in orientation, and that happens when you have a rotation. So it looks like we are rotating in this direction, which is counterclockwise. And since we only moved over one quadrant, that is a 90-degree turn. So it's a 90 degrees counterclockwise turn. Let's take a look at the transformation. There it is. Let's try another one. In this one here, the blue figure was changed into the green figure, and it looks like it's pointing in the complete opposite direction, and opposites are reflections. Now be careful to read which type of reflection you are choosing. We are flipping over this vertical line axis, which is the y-axis. So be sure to choose the correct type of line of symmetry. That concludes homework number 17.